Hey, it's George coming at you again. And just as always, what actions are you doing today to build your dreams for tomorrow? Because it's not about what you put off to tomorrow that's going to make it even better. It's about what you do today that'll predict how your future is. So, with that being said, what are we going to do today? What kind of actions are we going to do today? And that's what I'm going to share with you right now is the actions that we can do today to make our day or make tomorrow the dreams that we want. So today we're going to look at the technical elements of a sales funnel, the technical aspects as they relate to a sales funnel online. Okay, so that's the important part here is it's online. We're going to talk about capture pages. We're going to talk about bridge videos, sales pages, email services, and list buildings. And we're going to go over them in a brief synopsis so you can start to understand what the different elements of a sales funnel are, especially when they're online. So capture pages, what are capture pages? Capture pages is a web page. It's where you send your traffic to that, you want to make it clear. You want to make sure that you're not distracting from the main purpose. And what's the main purpose? The main purpose is for them to click on the little button and enter in their information so that you have that information there and you can capture that information in email services that we'll talk about later. But again, the main purpose of the capture page is to get them to click on that button. So you want to make sure you don't distract from what the main purpose is. In fact, you want to make sure that sticks out really clearly. And we'll take a look at a few examples here in a minute. Key focus, again, like I said, is getting their contact information. And you want to design the capture page based on the temperature of the traffic you're sending to it. And if you're not sure what I mean by temperature of the traffic sending to it, please check out my other video, my other post on feeding your funnel, because feeding your funnel will go into what it means to be cold, hot, warm, what type of traffic and what that means to being able to set up your capture pages and actually your whole funnel as it is. So what are some examples? Let's take a look here and see if I can get myself out of the way so I can show you here. This is a very simple capture page where it gives you a slight introduction, a little bit of text, and gives them the main focus, which is the next step. How do you get your information into the form so that you can continue on to a sales page or a bridge page? Again, check my video on feeding funnels and we'll walk through that funnel process. But the nice key part about this is it's short, it's concise. Be great to send traffic to, whether it's cold or warm, because you're getting that information and you're getting it precisely. In fact, the whole thing sort of cones right down to the next step. What is that next step? Yeah, another capture page we might want to look at is, let's see if I can get this up here, is this one. This one I probably only send to either warm or hot traffic because there's not a lot to it, so you got to be warmed up to them a little bit because you're not giving them a whole lot of information. They've already probably gotten the ideas of what it means to be part of what it means to be within what type of solution you're providing or where you're sending them. So they already have some rapport with you because there's not a whole lot here. So you want to make sure that it's not cold traffic, or they'll just look at this and start to wonder what's going on, and probably just end out. This one again, I tend to go focus more a little bit on social media type traffic, somebody that's warmed up to me, but it could also be good for cold traffic too, because you're showing them some results, you're showing them some social proof. But again, you want to make sure that what you put in the picture doesn't distract. And this one may distract a little too much from the call to action, but it's right there next to that check. So hopefully their eyes will go from the check right up to, yes, I want instant access. Another one here, send this one too, might be where you're sending it to traffic that's into organizations, into team building, into stuff like that, where you're showing them what it is to be a part of this team and you want them to join that team. So again, sort of put that call to action right above that team so it sort of funnels right up to it. Again, you don't want to distract. You don't want a million things going on around the page that they don't see the call to action. I might actually want to change these call to actions so that they're a little more vibrant, a little more colorful, a little bigger, so that they're a little more outspoken on the page and they don't sort of blend in. The blue is okay, but with something like this, maybe a bright yellow or something to really capture their attention. But then again, that's what the capture page does, is you want to get them to click on that button to fill in the information. So that, hey, also another part of the sales funnel, and depending on your funnel, again, watch that video on Feed the Funnel, because maybe your bridge video might be before or after your capture page. It all depends on the type of traffic you're running to it. But your bridge video, it's not your sales video. A lot of people get the two confused a little bit, but a bridge video is really just a short introduction. It's a short of who you are. You want to send it to, you want to make sure you're sending this to cold or even warm traffic, because you want to build a rapport with them. You want to build a relationship with them. So you want to tell them who you are. You want to tell them you understand, you've been through the frustrations or the problems that they're facing, so that you can give them a little hint at the solution and where to go to that solution, because this is the call to action. Again, you want to provide them an avenue to get to your sales page. So a bridge video is really about building that rapport and building the interaction, so that if they go through that sales page and they don't buy right away, that when you further communicate with them, they already have an idea and build a little bit of rapport with you because they've seen you. And again, video is the best way to do it, so that they can see you. And even though it's not a direct interaction, they can interact with you through that way, because we're visual people, a lot of us, and we do better based on having a video in front of us, so that we can see who it is that we're talking to, so that we can see who it is that we're interacting with, and we can build that rapport with them. So again, introduce yourself, relate to them, show them that you feel the frustration or the problems that they're having, introduce them a little bit into the solution, and that really gives them the call to action to click the button to get to the sales video. And that's where we're going to talk about the sales page. The sales page is where you're going to have the information there, that the reasons why they're there. That is their situation, their problems, and then what it is that the solution provides for them, how it gets around those problems, how you allows them to rise above those problems, so that you can show them social proof, which is how people just like them, and the more social proof, the better, because you never know exactly who you're relating with at that point in time. Is it a single mother? Is it a married father, career father man? Is it somebody that's single and broke and not sure what they're doing? All the different types of, you got to think of all the different types of people you might be interacting with, and depending on how you funnel your traffic too. If you really hone in on your traffic, make sure you're providing the social proof that best relates to that traffic source that you're building on. So, and again, it's all about trying to provide them that solution. So you got to have that sense of urgency, that limited time, that limited space, whatever it is that brings them to the call to action to take action now. Again, that's the sales page. And sometimes sales pages are already done for you based on what you're representing and the products and solutions that you're representing. A lot of companies out there will have sales videos already, but it's important to know what the true purpose is and how it relates to the traffic that you're providing to that sales page, so you can determine whether or not, sometimes they have multiple sales pages, and sometimes you might want to come up with one on your own, because those don't really address the traffic that you're sending to it. So again, that is the whole purpose of the sales page and what it is. Now, this bridge video, short, concise, to the point, build the rapport with them. Sales video can be much longer. I've seen sales videos anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour long. It really depends on what you're doing there. And again, we're making sure that you're providing a solution, providing benefits. Do not go into an hour-long depiction of all the features of your product. People don't buy features, they buy benefits. They don't just buy benefits, they buy benefits from you. They buy benefits from people. So make sure that you provide that for them in the sales page, and not just, list down all the little features and every little widget and every little button there is in your solution. That's not the purpose, and trust me, you'll get very few people that'll click through and actually buy. It's all about providing that solution, the benefits, and giving them the proof that their decision to continue is the right decision for them. And again, that's what I want to talk lastly about, even though this is probably one of the more important things, is making sure, it's the backbone of it, is making sure that you get into email services, whether it's GetResponse, whether it's Aweber, whether it's, there's a lot of different email services out there. Just go on Google and search for, autoresponder services, and you'll get a whole list of them. But there are a lot of them out there, but this is the backbone. This is where you send all that information from that capture page, the name, the email address, maybe even the cell phone number, whatever it is you're capturing from the capture page. This is where you funnel all that information, so that you can identify these people, so that you can continue to build rapport, so you can continue to build value for them, so you can continue to show them social proof. Because you know what? sales videos, not everybody makes it all the way through them. I mean, hey, first time I got into my last product, I got into this venture, I had to go back to it 3 times because I have a 3-year-old kid, and the 3-year-old kid pulls on me and jumps on me and everything else, and it distracts me. Maybe it's your TV show came on, you flipped over to it and you tuned out, and before you knew it, you looked down and the sales video was over. Whatever it may be, but you got to continue the interaction with them. You got to have a way to do that, and by capturing their information, feeding it into this email service, it'll allow you to set up autoresponders so that you, based on when they first got in, you can continue your interaction with them. You can continue to build a predetermined set of email responses that'll go out to them in a certain amount of time, in a certain time frame, so you can capitalize on that immediacy, that urgent need for them to view your solution. It also allows you to capture information so you can continue to show them value and continue to promote your product to them over time. So an email solution is a very determined service. Now, it's one of those things too that you need to keep on top of and make sure your list doesn't go cold. And if you want, I'll put a link below going to my video talking about, my post talking about email service and talking about setting up your long-term lead funnel, because it's all about the interactions and testing and going in and making sure you're keeping them warm and not turning it into cold traffic where they're not responsive anymore. So again, those are some of the backbone services and the technical aspects of your sales funnel. And it's important to know what the purpose is of each and every part of that, so that when you're setting up your sales funnel, you can have it already outlined out. Where do I need to go? How do I need to do it? And what is the true purpose of this part of the sales funnel? So again, it's all about what you do today. So it's important that you take this information, build on it, outline it, put it in place, and start taking action today, because your future is created by the actions that you do today. So comment below, let me know what I missed out, what I wasn't clear on, like my video. And again, if some of this seems a little complicated and you're trying to get into a situation where a lot of this is already set up for you, I can tell you, when I got into business, it took me many years to try to figure out all these different things until I got into my last opportunity. And that's when a lot of this was already done for me. A lot of this was already built for me, and it's been proven and tested and keeps on changing to be able to give the best possible results. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description below, and I'll show you what system I use today to build the sales that I need for my tomorrow. So again, make sure you're taking action today. Comment below, click the link if you want one already done for you, and I'll be talking to you again here shortly.